Those the Lloydminster Bobcats are back on the ice, and I can barely believe it, but they're already talking about playoffs.
Well, I know it sounds early. The HHL postseason doesn't begin until March 5th, Bart, but I will say this. They have tons of teams that are jockeying for playoff position, and of course the Bobcats want to hold on to second place. So it should be interesting to see what happens, and don't expect this Bobcats team to rest on their laurels.
Does it feel like playoff hockey is here already?
Yeah, I think it does, and I think it for sure will after we start this last 20 here.
You know, you're looking ahead, you try not to, but you look at where you're at in the standings. Home ice advantage is obviously very important.
Every team's just trying to inch up their way into the standings, and every team, whether they're 8th or 1st, you know, they just want to gain ground or create more of a separation between them and the teams behind them.
It may be January, but the Lloydminster Bobcats are treating their final 20 games of the regular season as if they were the playoffs.
During the season, if you lose the odd point in the road, but you're very strong at home, it all comes out in the wash. But when you get into best of 5 and the best of 7, that certainly the playoffs are going to be, you've got to win some road games, and we realize that.
We got a pretty tough schedule, so we're definitely going to have to, take every game as it comes. We don't really have a set out 7-game series, but we know that we have to at least keep second place.
And to do that, the Cats aim to improve their road record this second half, one that resembles a roller coaster with its shares of ups and downs.
It's easy to play at home, it's easy to get up for these fans, but if we want to be a team that goes far in playoffs, we have to be able to win some games on the road.
I think it's good that we're playing 12 of the last 20 on the road, and it's good for us as a team to come together even more and get that chemistry and gel together. You know, most of our traveling now on the road is going to be overnighters, so we certainly get to spend a lot of time together on the bus and in the hotels, and that can be very beneficial this time of the year.
It seems fitting that the Cats open up the 2015 part of their schedule against Whitecourt and Sherwood Park, two teams that are potential first and second round matchups come March. The team held a meeting earlier this week to discuss what's at stake, not just in the win column, but to make sure they send the right message every time they hit the ice.
60 minutes has been something we've been talking about for, since September, and as of late we've been playing full 60s, but it's starting to show, and we just have to be able to carry that throughout January, February.
Certainly that was the topic, that we've got to start playing a little bit more desperately and be a little bit more committed in all areas. We can't let those games get away from us that we did in that first 40, and we can't expect that we're going to win games if we're losing in the last minute or two.
Sticking with the Bobcats, expect a few changes to their lineup tonight when they face Whitecourt. The Cats have a few bodies banged up, but do expect forward Zach Giroux to be in the lineup this weekend. Giroux has been out for over a month with a bruised lung.
We're down to 22 roster right now, and we've got 3 guys that are still out with McPherson and Van Teetering, and Mitchell Brennan's got a 2-game suspension from on the last road trip. And once we get Mitch back, he's healthy, and get him back after the weekend, we'll be at least at 20, and then it's just a week-to-week thing with Van Teetering and McPherson, and hoping to get them back right away.